Hey, welcome back to Introduction to Engineering Design. This is Module 5.5a, and today what we're working on is using the linear pattern to create a pattern of items on a sketch or on a drawing. So what you have here is you got a little pegboard, and this pegboard is 4 inches tall and 6 inches wide, and we've got a pattern of 4 by 6 on it. The spacing on it is an inch apart, and the peg itself is 0.30 diameter, with the first one set at 0.5 and 0.5 in. So let's go ahead and start. So I'm going to go start by going File, New, Part, and I'm going to choose to extrude on the front plane. We'll start this with a center rectangle and dimension our center rectangle 4 inches tall, 6 inches wide, fully defined, accept it, exit my sketch, and do a 0.5 inch extrusion, I believe it is. Let me scroll down and find it. And it is. We'll go ahead and go blind on this because we're going to do another sketch on the surface. So there I've got my square for the pegboard. So let's go ahead and start another sketch on that surface. And I'm going to do a circle. This circle is going to be, oops, double click there. This circle is going to be 0.3 inches. And it's going to be positioned from the edge 0.5 inches. And from the bottom 0.5 inches. Exit that sketch, and I want to extrude that peg out 0.25 inches. Blind. And there we have it. So now we got our single peg, and you can see that what I could do on this is I could repeat that and make 23 more of those circles and position them, but that'd be fairly monotonous. What I really want to try and do is I want to use the pattern feature, because that is what this is. And what it is a pattern of 4 vertically, 6 horizontally at 1 inch spacing. So let's go ahead and click on Linear Pattern. Choose this, and you'll see a few things here. First thing, and we're going to do this fairly simply. First one is you got a first direction and a second direction. You can think of those as what line do I want to start my pattern on. So I'm going to do a linear pattern of rows and columns, and you can think of that as my direction 1, direction 2, in my instance, rows. That's how I'll do it. So I'm going to go ahead and do my rows as direction 1, and I'm going to choose my left edge. And you'll see the arrow points up. That's the direction I'm going. And I can go ahead and reverse that arrow. You see that it would go down then. And I'm going to set my spacing at 1 inch. Now, frequently you're going to know your spacing. I'm going to choose my number at 4. And when I click on this as my feature to, sorry about that, I got a little ahead of myself. When I click on my feature right here, which is my peg. Let me first do my second direction here. My second direction is going to the right, as you can see from the arrow. And I want to space them at 1 inch. And I want to do a pattern of 6 in that direction. And now I'm going to go ahead and choose my feature or my face. So I've got features, and I'm going to use this extrusion of the feature. Let me show you one thing we haven't really done. I can use my design tree out here, and I can choose a feature off of my design tree as well as clicking it in the model. You see how that works? So I can click on it right there in the design tree, which appears. Very powerful, very handy feature. So that propagates my pattern, and I can change directions. So you'll see that flips it from left to right and from up to down. I can also change my spacing and my numbers if I'd like to. I could alter an individual instance if I wanted to. So let's say that I wanted to skip that one. or I could vary a single one, and I could change, perhaps I could change the way that it looked. I could do a number of different things to vary a single instance if I wanted to. So let's say I wanted to make one of these instances to vary here, and I want to click on this one, and I wanted to modify that instance. I could change its spacing, I could do some different things on it if I really wanted to, but I don't want to do that. Just showing you some of the features here that are available. So with that said, let's go ahead and finish our pattern, and voila, we've got our pegboard. Now the cool thing about that is I did my initial extrusion for my body, I did my feature that I wanted to pattern, and then I did my pattern, and that's the grand sum of my drawing. So it's very simple, very elegant, and if I modify the original sketch, so let me just go ahead and edit the sketch, and I want to make something different. So I want to say, oh, I actually meant to make this a 0.45 diameter, and I can exit my sketch at that point, and what you'll notice is it propagates that change all the way across the model. So very powerful feature in SOLIDWORKS. That's the linear pattern. Thanks for watching.